Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today I want to give you an introduction to the periodic table. Periodic table is a very important tool in chemistry. Without periodic table, we can't understand chemistry at all. So, we'll start from the first group. That is, first group of the periodic table is, first A group is composed of 7 elements, namely hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So, I would like to explain it with the help of the atomic structures as well. We are quite knowing that hydrogen is the first element of the periodic table. Here is the structure of hydrogen atom. In the center, there is a nucleus, and nucleus contains 1 proton and 0 neutron. Because we are quite knowing that the atomic number of hydrogen is 1 and mass number is also 1. So, we should keep it in mind that the atomic number is 1, which determines the chemical composition of the element. So, we can say that we'll fix as much electrons as is the number of atoms here, or as is the atomic number. As we are quite knowing that atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So, we'll have to arrange 1 electron in the structure of hydrogen atom. Now, we'll see that second A group of the periodic table has also 6 elements, namely beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. So, we'll take an example of beryllium. Beryllium is the first element of the second A group. So, we can see that atomic number of beryllium is 4 and its mass number is 9. As I have told you earlier, that is, depending upon the atomic number, we'll arrange the number of electrons. As the structure of beryllium is quite clear to you, it is the member of second A group. So, in its nucleus, we can see 4 protons and 5 neutrons. Then, according to the number of protons, we'll arrange the electrons. As we are knowing that protons are 4, so we'll have to arrange electrons accordingly. That is, first shell has 2 electrons and second shell has also 2 electrons, making 4. That is, the number of electrons is always equal to the number of protons. As we are knowing that protons are 4 in number, so the number of electrons is also 4. One thing should also be mentioned, that is, the elements which are present in the first A group of the periodic table have 1 valence electrons. Similarly, elements in the second A group have 2 valence electrons. That is, valence electrons are the electrons present in the outermost shell. Right? Now, we'll take the example of 3A group containing boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. So, third A group have boron, and we can see that atomic number of boron is 5 and its mass number is 10. So, atomic structure, nucleus in the center containing 5 protons and 5 neutrons. So, as I have told you earlier that the number of protons is always equal to the number of electrons. As we are knowing, the number of protons is 5. So, we'll have to adjust 5 electrons. 2 electrons are present in first shell and 3 electrons remaining are in second shell. So, boron present in the third A group of the periodic table has 3 valence electrons. That is, 3 electrons are present in its outermost or valence shell. Similarly, fourth A group of the periodic table having carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. That is stannum and plumbum. So, carbon belongs to the fourth A group of the periodic table, mean to say that it should have 4 electrons in the valence shell. We can see that is nucleus containing 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So, 6 electrons are present in it, 2 are present in first shell and 4 are present in second shell. So, elements of the fourth A group has 4 valence electrons. Similarly, fifth A group containing nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, stibbium and bismuth. It also should have 5 electrons in the valence shell. So, we can see that nitrogen is the first element. Nucleus contains 7 protons and neutrons. First shell contains 2 electrons and then second shell contains 5 electrons. We can see that the element belongs to 5A group, so valence electrons are 5 in number. Similarly, group 6A containing oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. They also should have, all of them should have 6 electrons in the valence shell. We will take example of oxygen. So, oxygen has atomic number 8, mass number 16. Nucleus contains 8 protons and 8 neutrons. So, first shell contains 2 electrons and remaining 6 are present in the valence shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, elements belonging to the 6A group should have 6 valence electrons. Similarly, 7th A group containing fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and acetylene. Belonging to the 7th A group, the first element is fluorine containing atomic number 9, mass number 19. So, here is the nucleus containing 9 protons and 10 neutrons. So, we will have to arrange 9 electrons. 2 are present in first shell and 7 are present in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 are present in the valence shell. So, the element belonging to the 7th A group has 7 electrons in its valence shell and 8th A group containing helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. They are present in 8th A group. So, they should either obey octet rule or obey duplet rule. These two terms I'll explain in my next videos. And now I'll give you an example of 8th A group element neon, which is obeying octet rule. So, atomic number 10, mass number 20, nucleus contains 10 protons and 10 neutrons and 2 electrons are present in the first shell and 8 electrons are present in the second and valence shell. This is the valence shell also. So, element neon belongs to the 8th A group and it has 8 valence electrons. Now, I would like to give you a brief summary. That is, elements belong to first A group have 1 valence electrons, belonging to the second A group have 2 valence electrons, belonging to the 3A group have 3 valence electrons, belonging to the 4th A group have 4 valence electrons, belonging to the 5A group have 5 valence electrons, belonging to the 6A group have 6 valence electrons, belonging to the 7th A group have 7 valence electrons and belonging to the 8A group have 8 or 2 valence electrons. So, I am sure that this much explanation will be quite informative for you, and please let me inform if you gather knowledge and if you understood it or not. Thank you.